Alright guys, welcome. And I was digging some sand out and I came across a dungeon. I was like, hooray, a dungeon, that's awesome. So I've raided it all and it was another zombie spawner, as you can see. So I didn't give it much thought, and I actually found another dungeon not long after this, and another cave I kind of fell into one day while running around. So I've had a good dungeon luck lately. But this dungeon goes off into a cave system, so I thought it might be fun. Ooh, there's some iron. I just went down here and I torched down to like the first major intersection here. It's not even a major intersection, it's just kind of... Maybe it's down here as the first major intersection. But anyway, I basically decided I haven't done a good cave exploration with you guys on board yet. So let's go do one. And early on, we're probably not going to see a lot of monsters because they haven't spawned yet. But, oh, they'll start spawning. Oh, hello, it looks like a deep hole. Yeah, very deep hole. And scary music, that's always good. Well, noise is not music. So that area is secure. And the basic idea is when you're doing a dungeon crawl is to secure as much of it as you can before you ever worry about the resources. I mean, you start harvesting resources, then you die, well then you've got to try to run back in there, past all the monsters, get your stuff, and then kill the monsters anyway, and it's really difficult to do. Now, if I recall, the area I saw before was over this way, so let's just cut ourselves a hole. Rather than going around and having to do it over there, see if we can just cut our way through and find our way into a new little area here. That's another thing with big cave systems. If you ever run out of places to explore, listen for enemies, listen for water, and just cut yourself a pathway. Because eventually you'll find new areas that were contained. The only problem is you have to deal with the stuff that's inside those contained areas. And whenever you come into a dungeon, it's best to bring like, oh, I don't know, oh, not a dungeon, a cave system like this is like 100 torches or something. This is ridiculous. Where the hell is it? Am I like below it? You figure I would have cut my way through by now. Oh, there's some iron though. Cool. I can live with finding iron. Iron good. Iron excellent. Iron is amazing. But I digest. Another surefire way of finding stuff actually is to start drilling your way downwards. There we go. Didn't think it'd work that well, but okay. And one thing I like to do whenever I open up a new area like that is to just cut away a bunch of the stone so I can see what's going on in the cavern from my little perch. Because if there's going to be enemies in there, you want to know that they're around. Whoa, there's an opening up there too. Interesting. Very interesting, you might say. I just gotta be careful, because remember, you can't hear, oh god, you can't hear creepers. Now, spiders used to be okay to run into. Yeah, they could get the drop on you occasionally. But now, since... Is that a torch? Have I just... What the hell? Let's just make a run for that torch then. Okay, I have cut my way in here. I just came around the long way. Interesting. Anyway, the reason I'm so fearful now is since the update, spiders can climb walls. So in a cavern system like this, you can run into a lot of trouble in a hurry if you don't notice a spider coming up a wall at you and he gets a super duper drop on you. Because they can come from any direction now. They can come from above, they can come from below, from the side. It just makes them vicious Aloysius to deal with, that is for sure. Alright, we got an opening here. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. So let's fill ourselves a little walkway. It's never a bad idea to fill in holes so you don't fall into them later. Because falling, first of all, hurts, and second of all, it can drop you right in the middle of enemies you weren't planning on dealing with. So far, the cave is being surprisingly quiet. But at least this is an actual cave system. I remember the last couple times I've tried this, what I've had has been not a cave system. Okay, just a little bit of a chop there, for whatever reason. So eerily quiet. Normally by now, other than that spider, we haven't really heard anything. So usually when you can't hear anything, I get nervous there's going to be a creeper up my ass in about, a second, or less. Hey, there's some lava. Cool. And some natural cobblestone. You don't see that too often. really I shouldn't go down there yet because I haven't secured the whole top area. So let's try to do that first. If you haven't secured the top area, climbing back out with all your riches from the basement area of them, if you will, from the very bowels of the earth, you might end up getting killed. And again, that is something that sucks. Alright, so we've ran out the first bit of torches. It wasn't a full stack. And I'm packing a lot of food because... Oh, I hear a zombie. And yeah, I throw torches everywhere because I'm really paranoid about stuff spawning in an area I thought was safe. So yeah, never hurts to be cautious. Alright, let's see if we can cut ourselves a little... actually, let's do it from this side. Okay, or not. So let's just close this up. Actually, we'll use our dirt pile, get rid of our dirt as well. So we will have to find another way into that area. Really, if you're traveling and you're not lighting up an area, you should always have your bow and arrow on because you run into creepers or spiders. Holy zombie. You really don't want them getting too close to you. Interesting. The other thing is you can get lost really easily. Now, let's work on torching this area, make sure it's completely lit up. Because like I said, you don't want stuff just spawning random willy-nilly on you. Now we're getting some noise. Okay, so this is where we came into this little brouhaha. See if we can get ourselves a little more light in there. Actually, not really. Well, let's make ourselves a staircase. Except this is going to be a real jerk about it, is it? That spider sounds pretty damn close. Where is he, though, is the problem. Problem with the spiders are they can climb now, so they get themselves stuck in weird areas. Which means you don't know where they are, which means they can get you when you least expect it. He's probably right underneath me is where he is. Sounds like he's hurting himself, actually, which is possible. Come on. Basically, I'm trying to make it so if there is a spider in there, he's blocked and he will not be able to get out. Because he can't fit through a hole like that. The best he can do is maybe attack me through it. Alright, let's do this. Spider. Spider. Alright, I don't see him, so let's light up the area real quick before we get overwhelmed by... Dear Lord, that is just terrible. Stop doing that. Are you in here? There's probably more than one, judging by the amount of hissing I'm hearing. This is not good. I don't like spiders. They scare the bejesus. Oh, look at that hole. Well, it's not a deep one. It's just something that'll probably kill you dead if you're not paying attention. And another thing, try not to deal with your items when you're in a cave system like this, because you never know what's going to come get you when you least expect it. And again, I point to creepers. I have not been finding many creepers in caves lately, but when I do, they tend to show up in ridiculous numbers. Good, that hissing's done at least. That's maybe that is the worst part. It fluctuates. It depends on what's harassing you at the time. Whether it's creepers you think are behind you, or if it's enemies you can hear and they're not around you directly, so you can't actually deal with them. It gets better to see an enemy coming, or even get oh, there's a skeleton. Yeah, skeletons, you used to piss me off, and now you don't piss me off near as much, because you're not aggressive enough, usually, to give me a headache. Oh, pardon me, I'm very phlegmy today, it's not so good. But, you know. So, this little branch is secure, that's good. Every little area you secure, because one thing you can do is if you're in an area and there's a lot of enemies that have gathered, you can then exit the cave, come back in a day or so after all the enemies have despawned, and then you can kind of make headway into that area that was so full of enemies before. It's kind of a cheap way to do it, but hey, it works within the system of the game. I'm cool with it. And be careful of openings above you, like possibly that one. See, there's an opening up there? You don't know that's there, and the enemy can just drop right down on top of you. And usually well, let's see how deep this is. Hopefully it's just a minor hole. Okay, just a minor hole. Good. And what you want to do is you want to take care of these as soon as you can. Because enemies dropping on your head will kill you instantly. Oh, goody. One of those dangers. This is even better. Alright, let's put a few torches out. You're saying, why are you putting a few torches out? Simple. Even... Oh god, I let water in. This is not good. Alright, we're getting out of this branch. Before we lose all our torches. Oh, that's a mess and a half, isn't it? So, because remember, we're not that far below the surface of this place. So whenever you hit floating sand like that, because sand, as you know, obeys gravity in this game, typically. But what happens is that the sand, when it spawns, oh, hello, is floating, and there's nothing you can do about that until you hit it. And then gravity kicks in. So if you're in the middle of a cave like that with a sand roof, and you accidentally disturb it, it could suffocate you. So it's better to hit it like I did, and not give it the chance to kill you. Although if you are being suffocated, the best strategy is to simply just jump a whole lot, so that it can't suffocate you permanently. If there's any place for you to jump, you can just jump up and get yourself into a safer location. There's more freaking sand roof, and it's probably underneath the water again, so it's probably going to flood this freaking cave. I can hear stuff outside walking up top, and it's the middle of the night, so I gotta be careful here. Okay, I gotta be so careful, because wow, where am I? There's sand on the side. That's unusual. Let's get our... I know I said I normally would leave the resources, but I don't want to come back in here again, because I don't want to disturb the sand, and there's nothing past it, so I don't gotta clear it carefully. Like I was gonna do the other one, but it probably just leads to a dead end anyway. Or maybe to a way out. Now that I've collapsed it, I can technically swim outside, so... Whoa, hello. I didn't even see this. Man, this cave system is pretty expansive. It hasn't yielded anything too great. I saw that one way down to the bottom, but there's only one way. Let's see if this floods it. Yeah, it did. Shit. Oh god, it's dark now. Okay, Brian, you're an idiot. Alright. Oh, I missed with that wild throw. That's too bad. Anyway, you can always just block it again. Life a little bit easier, but yeah, that's just why I don't know why I did that. I guess just to show you can, in fact, reclaim your cave system if you're careful. But only if you're careful. The problem is, water comes in like that, well, now you gotta reset everything. Damn spider. Let's get over to this gravel for a second. It's not a cave up here, right? That's the thing. When you see gravel like this, it often is hiding the entrance to another wing. Well, this stuff's in the middle of a room, but if it's off to the side of a room, stacked like that, you can often find another wing, if you're careful. Oh yeah, back to the scary area. Holy god, are they like right under me? Where are they? Oh, hello, skeleton. That always scares the hell out of me. Because they often see you long before you see that. There he is. The sound effect got a little screwed up. Come on. This is the best way to handle a skeleton. Find an area where they will eventually shimmy into your view, and then smoke them. Did I see spider eyes down there? Probably. Oh well, it's gone. Interesting. Everything is interesting to me today, isn't it? It certainly is. Whoa, okay, little chop there. Hate when the game does that, but oh well. Whatever. All kinds of stuff to explore here. This is definitely a cave system that's going to take several trips to deal with. Except I'm out of torches, so you know what? That's probably a good spot to end this. So, join me next time, when I believe one of my big projects is going to be done, and I can show it off to you fellas. Holy... Is there like a spawner underneath me? There's just spider sounds everywhere here. Let's see. You know what? There is. Look at that. You see right there? There is fire there. That is a spawner. So if I drill down here real quick... Yep. See? Spiders. Cool. I found another spawner. Interesting. But I don't want to deal with that. Spiders suck hard. So I'll deal with that when I have the time. Probably off camera. Next week, you'll get to see one of my big projects, because it's basically done. I'm just putting the finishing touches on it. We'll see you then.